Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to my segment. Today is all about, so we are going to be talking about job searching. And it's one thing I haven't really touched on a lot, and I haven't done a great job on speaking on this. So I decided to do a segment on this. Is that it's so important that when we're job searching, that we have a healthy mind. And what happens in job searching is that when we keep getting rejected, we get those rejection emails. No one feels good when they get rejected, right? You get rejected once, it's okay. You get rejected twice, it's, okay. And then third or fourth or fifth time, what ends up happening is that we start to doubt ourselves. We start to lose hope. We start to think that, we're never going to get a job. We start having fears kick in, and every time going forward from that then is every time we then apply to jobs going forward, we have this energy that I'm going to get rejected again, and then we go into that energy then goes into our resumes. That energy is then going into when we're job searching. So it is so important to have a healthy mind. And I'm going to go through all of that in just a moment. And what I forgot to do was, hey, if you're tuned in, introduce yourself. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Don't be shy to say hi. Introduce yourself below in the comment section so I know where you're tuning in from. So don't be shy. So say hi. Also, what I wanted to do, I know there's a little bit of a delay from StreamYard onto LinkedIn, so I'm going to keep that in mind. In the meantime, as I wait for people to introduce themselves in the comment section, I also want to let you know that I am conducting a free masterclass tomorrow. So if you haven't signed up, please reserve your spot. It's all about how you can land a job, not just any job, your dream role, and earn up to 200% more in salary. And if you really want to, be in your dream role and you want to make more money than you are right now, you want to attend this masterclass. And that's what my entire bootcamp program focuses on as well, is how you can land your dream role, earning 200%, up to 200% more. And I'm happy to say I've helped so many people land their dream roles and earning up to 200% more. So feel free to register and sign up for this class if you haven't already done so. Okay? So sign up, guys. Also, please feel free to introduce yourself, guys. Don't be shy. I see people are tuning into this segment. What you want to do is you don't ever want to stay muted when you show up onto a live session like LinkedIn or be it on Zoom. You want to introduce yourself because LinkedIn has a ripple effect. When you introduce yourself in the comment, tell me what you are an expert in and how a company can benefit from hiring you. Okay, so do a little intro right this moment in the comment section. When you comment, if you are looking for a job right now and you do a comment right now, what's going to happen is not just if you're looking for a job, just to create awareness that you exist. What's going to happen is not only is your comment going to be open to my network and my followers, now you're being open to every single person who writes a comment to their followers and their connections. So LinkedIn is so powerful in that terms that you don't ever want to show up to someone's LinkedIn live and not take advantage of introducing yourself. Okay, so take advantage right this moment and introduce yourself in the comment section. Tell me who you are, where you tuned in from, and what are you an expert in. And if you are looking for a job, take it a step further and also add in how a company can benefit from hiring you. Okay, so I want to see those comments come in. Don't be shy. This is one way to land a job. It's one way to land interviews, also known as a hidden job market. If people don't know you exist, how can then they reach out to you, okay? So don't be shy to write a comment. And don't be shy to just say hi if you are tuned into this segment, okay? So now let me go into talking on what I really want to talk about is, and at the end of the segment, we will have job search Q&A. If you have questions for me, please type them below in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions and help you navigate your job search and get you in your dream job faster and sooner. So don't forget to ask me any questions. Now, to land a dream role or land a job in your job search, and what's so important is to have a healthy mind. So what does that mean? What does that even mean? And what am I trying to say is that, you have to believe that a company will benefit from hiring you. No matter how many times you've been rejected, okay? So what happens in a job search is when we're applying to jobs online, we're getting rejected, or if we're trying to network with people for job opportunities and no one's responding to us, we start to then lose motivation. We start to doubt ourselves. We start to feel like no one's going to talk to us. No, we're not going to land a job, right? So every time we sit down to apply to that job, that experiences are kicking in. I just had a conversation with somebody about this. Is that what happens is, okay, so our brain has two components: subconscious mind, where everything has been stored since the day we were born. Then we have a conscious mind, which is active when we're awake, right? So what happens is that as we react to situations, or as situations are presented or questions people ask us, automatically how we react kind of comes in. If we've been into a situation like that, for example, if we've been rejected because let's say you don't have a particular designation and you've been rejected many times because you don't have a particular certification or a designation. Like, I didn't have an HR designation, I still don't, and I was rejected a few times from employers because of not having it. Subconsciously, we're building a fear based around that question. And so anytime someone asks us, hey, do we have a designation or do you have a certification? And because previously we've been rejected from it, that anytime going forward someone asks, automatically, not even being aware that we're doing this, the fear kicks in that, oh, if I say no, they're going to reject me. So you do end up saying no, but then the energy of how you're answering that question is coming from fear, coming from that you lack something. And so you're not going to get this job. That the energy is now being projected in your answer onto the person that's asking this question. And they now are not aware also of what's happening is that their answer or their reaction is going to be from the energy that you project on into this answer, now be projected onto them, and they're going to react to it based on based on your energy, right? So their response and how they're going to react is stemming from your energy. Okay, if you know what I'm talking about energy, it is so true. As much as we don't want to believe it, that energy that we put out in this world is the energy we're going to get back. It's same as we're interacting with people, the energy we're putting into it is what we're going to get back. Now, same thing goes when we're writing resumes. If we're writing from, oh my God, I'm never going to land an interview, I don't think my resume is going to land me an interview, that energy is going into that resume as well. And when we're applying to jobs online, that whatever energy we're feeling is going into those applications. When we're applying to jobs online, the energy is there, and you may not be even aware. The self-worth, like you lack self-worth, that energy is being in that. When you're searching for a job, that energy is being projected. The same energy will be projected in the interviews as well, right? So that's why it's so important to have a healthy mind. It's actually one of the things I do teach in my bootcamp program, and how to build a healthy mind every single day, and how to take yourself from a negative situation to instantly boost your energy into positive. So I share these resources in my bootcamp program as well. because I've gone through all this stuff as well, right? Like, it's not easy. First of all, you got to recognize when it's happening. And sometimes we may not even be aware of our energy. I've been there more times than I would love to count and say that I haven't. Trust me, even till this day, there are certain situations that come up and I react from a past situation because the same situation presented itself, but then we react because based on the past situations. But I've learned to take a step back and say, okay, wait, I know I need to process, absorb, and I want to flip my energy. So I tend to like meditate a lot and so on. Affirmations help. So what can you do to build a healthy mind, especially if you're job searching? Is to listen to affirmations, listen to meditation, especially those that will help you boost your confidence. Being rejected so many times, you can lose your confidence. You can lose your self-esteem, right? So we want to build that confidence back up. You can listen to, you can YouTube meditations to help you build your confidence, self-worth. You can listen to affirmations. So it is so important to have a healthy mind when we are job searching, when we're going on interviews, so that our negative energy is not being projected. The negative energy just means if you doubt yourself, you lack self-esteem, you lack confidence, all that energy is going into your resumes. It's going into those applications online. It's going in when someone calls you for an interview. All that energy is going in and it's being projected onto the receiver. The receiver's then going to react to the energy that you're projecting. Does it make sense? Let me know in the comment sections if it makes sense. That's why it's so important to have a healthy mind. Okay, so how can we develop a healthy mind? Meditation, affirmations, but also having a healthy eating patterns. Feed your body. It's so important to nourish your body with healthy nutrients, healthy eating, as well as healthy brain activities. Okay, so you want to build a routine. Start with small little things. You can have a routine. Stick to putting a routine and doing it. It could be when you get up, you do a 30-minute exercise, you do a 30-minute, 20-minute meditation, shower, start your day, right? That does help. Anytime I am off my schedule, I feel off. Today's the perfect example. I went to bed late because I was out late. I went to bed late and then didn't get up until 8. I hate when I wake up late, 8. I know for some people 8 isn't a lot late, but anybody that knows what time I get up, 8 is late for me. If I don't get up by 6, 6:30 or 7 the latest, I feel off because I have a whole morning routine that I do even on the weekends. So if I don't get to do my morning routine, I get cranky. My family knows this too because my mom saw this today when me being cranky. So it just throws me off, and I hate being thrown off in my game. In my days, I love to get my stuff done. So to put those routines in. I have a bed night routine too that I need to do. If I don't do it, I feel off. Anytime I'm off my routine, be it morning routine, afternoon routine. I don't have an afternoon routine, but I have a morning and then a night routine. And anytime I don't get to do those, I start to, my energy's off. I feel totally off. Okay. So in order to help yourself to have a healthy mind, you can put in a morning routine. You can put a night routine as well, so you get that 8 hours sleep. Aim to get 7-8 hours of sleep as well. Okay, eating healthy will help you. There's certain food that you can eat. I don't have a whole list, but you can easily Google this. There's a whole list of foods that you can eat that will help aid your brain memory, growth, and all that stuff, like brain growth, how your brain works. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. I mean, you can Google and get it. There's certain foods that react certain way in your body. So pay attention to foods that drain your energy as well, okay? Because there are certain foods that can drain your energy. Guys, I'm not an expert in this, so you may want to talk to someone who specializes in this stuff, but I can tell you, the minute I started paying more attention to the type of foods I'm eating and how I feel right after I eat it, is improved the quality of my output and my productivity, my efficiency as well. So pay attention to how foods react and your energy especially, okay? Do meditation, you can do affirmation, engage in activities like working out that will help you release the stress, and do something fun. Believe it or not, even watching TV is not healthy for your brain, depending on whatever you're watching. So even making conscious choices of what you watch, like I don't tend to watch a lot. I don't watch barely any TV during the week. Weekends during the pandemic has been my go-to thing to do if I have nothing to do. But go on hikes, spending time in nature is a good way to also help release some negative energy and help you build a positive energy as well. Spend as much time around the nature. Affirmations will help you along the way as well. Programming your mind. You can also listen to sleep affirmations as you go to sleep as well. That will help you rewire your subconscious mind to as well. So tons of research has been done on this. Okay, so take advantage. I do share my resources in my bootcamp program, because honestly, without having a healthy mind, you cannot, it becomes an obstacle. It becomes a barrier in achieving your goals and the results you want. You can get there faster with a healthier mind as well. So feel free to let me know if this is helping you in any way. Let me know in the comment sections if this has resonating with you. So another way to help in your job search is to have a healthy mind. And I hope my tips and advice has helped you. So if you have questions for me now, so let's start the job search Q&A. Please type them below in the comment section and I will answer them for you. Also, I am conducting a free masterclass tomorrow on how to land a job and earn up to 200% more in salary within 60 days. So if you haven't registered for that, you can do that as well. I dropped the link below in the comment section as well. So please feel free to register for my workshop as well. It's going to happen tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Zoom. So if you haven't registered, please do so as well, where I'm going to share my 3-step process in how to land your dream job and earn up to 200% more. So if you have questions for me, please type them below in the comment section and I will answer it. So let's start the job search Q&A. I'm tuning in from Windsor, Canada. Hi, Barb Gunn. I'm actively looking for job opportunities in the realm of, okay, so you're looking for job opportunities in HR. I can benefit a business by helping them change the, okay, so how can a company benefit from you? To simply say the company can, you can help business, help them change per gym towards, like, okay, so this is not really helping a company. How can you help a company? You can't be, I want people to think deeper here. Don't just say you can help companies by delivering, like how HR delivers value to businesses, but then how is that helping the company? Gun. How are you going to help company by saying, well, how you deliver HR? HR delivers values to business. But that's not a benefit to the company, right? Like, look at that. I want you to look at your own sentence and ask yourself, well, how truly is that a benefit for the company? How is that going to benefit, right? I think there's the answer is incomplete, or maybe you haven't put some thought into this, but I'm in HR, and for me to tell companies you should hire me as an HR consultant because I'm going to help you on how HR delivers values to business. No. You need to know how HR delivers value to the business. Don't tell the company that you're going to show them how HR delivers value. No. You got to have the answer. Okay? I hope that helps. Hi, I'm Sandy. I'm in San Antonio. Okay, my niche has become employee. Okay, so this great. True, that is true power of subconscious mind. Oh, Nigeria. Great to have you. Hi, and empowerment. Hi, Maria Mahara. Empowerment coach for female professionals. I'm here because I love talking about mindset and supporting other coaches. Thank you for your support, Mahara. Okay, so guys, if you want job search questions, please type them below, and I'm happy to answer any job search related questions you may have. So if you also need to, if you haven't signed up for my workshop that I'm conducting tomorrow, please feel free to do that. If I seem a little off, I am. I already explained why I'm a little off, because I didn't get to do my morning routine. I woke up late and I had a lot of things to do. Okay. So, guys, if you have questions, please type them below. Also, in order to be successful in your job search, you have to know how a company will benefit from hiring you. When I say benefit, it isn't, oh, the company will benefit from me because I'm going to help them deliver HR that will add value to their business. But what is that value, right? You need to know how a company will benefit from hiring you, not somebody else, but you. What can you do that someone else can't do? What is the benefit that the company is going to get from hiring you? Benefit, for example, let me reverse this a little bit. Let's say you wanted to hire me as a coach. What benefits can I give you from hiring me as a coach? Like, how would you benefit from hiring me? Like, well, for starters, you will land in your dream job in 30 to 60 days. I'm going to help you earn more than you're making right now. So up to 200% more. Okay. You're going to be in a role that fulfills you. You're happy. You wake up happy. You are working with a company that makes you happy, aids to your growth. You're working with a manager, it adds to your growth. You're working with a manager that makes you happy. You're happy. You are in a job that fulfills you, satisfies you, right? Those are all benefits to you. It's not a benefit to me. So think in terms of them, not you. Don't simply say, I can help you achieve this. If you hire me, this is what you're gonna get, right? Like, the benefit has to be to the company. Now, businesses are in the business to make money. Okay, so how can the company benefit from your expertise in order for them to make profit? Every company out there is in the business to make profit. So how can they benefit from you? The benefit has to be to the company, but let's not keep it generic, guys. Also, I'm willing to do another thing. If you want to speak to me directly, you can hop on this call at this moment and you can speak to me directly. So you can hop on the link on this live with me. I am dropping the link. I love speaking to people. Versus, honestly speaking, I hate the chat. I hate reading comments. So, hey, if you want to speak to me and you want to hop on this call with me, you can join. You can legitimately be on the live with me. I've done this a few times and it's always worked out really great. I will limit one question per person. So if you want to ask your question directly to me without typing it, you can do so by clicking on the link. So I shared the StreamYard link. I am using StreamYard. So you can hop on StreamYard and speak to me. No, you don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to. You can have your camera off and you can still speak to me. So you can hop on this call, get the help you need. I'm willing to help as many people as I can in the next 15-20 minutes that I have. You can hop on this call and speak directly to me. I'm happy to answer. I'm going to limit the question to one question. So you can ask me one question by hopping onto the live if you want. I know there's a delay from StreamYard. So if you have any questions for job search, please type them below in the comment section. So let's do the job search Q&A. Okay, so guys, if you have a question for me, type it below. I am an HR expert. I've been in the field for 15 plus years. I have done tons of hiring in so many different fields as well. So this is how, so you can get all the help you need. I can answer all your job search questions today. Hop on. You can either type it below in the comment section, or you can hop on and ask me directly. I will limit. If you're gonna hop on the live with me, then I'm gonna limit only one question can be asked. So we have our first caller, Vignesh. Hi, Vignesh.
Hi, yeah. So I have a small query. Say,
Okay, so I'm gonna interject right
yeah.
there. How about you first take the time to introduce yourself?
Okay, sorry about that.
And
Okay,
how are you? This is how a lot of people lose opportunities on meeting other people. Even when we go to interviews, we want to have a little icebreaker, right? You
yeah,
want to, when you're talking to someone, the politest and professional thing to do is just a human thing to do is first acknowledge the person, say hi, ask, like, I'm asking how you're doing. You can ask me how I'm doing. You can also say thank you for the opportunity to speak with you and hopping on this call, allowing me to hop on this call to speak with you directly.
yeah. Sure. I'm sorry about that. I thought of getting into the business straight away.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, I'm into the IT software development, and I have close to 9 years of experience in the IT industry from back home, India, and currently I'm working as a contractor in one of the MNCs, and I'm trying to build up my career over here. It's
Okay.
been more than a year that I've landed here, and still I wouldn't say that I'm up to where I wanted to be. I'm
Okay.
just I would say I'm just starting. I'm
How
just budding
many?
in my
How long?
career.
Okay, sorry. How long have you been here?
I've landed here on March of 2020.
Okay, so it's been a year
Yeah,
and over a year.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Are you working currently?
yes, on contract.
Okay. But you're not, you feel you're not in the role that's perfectly in line with what you can do.
Yes. I mean the roles and responsibilities doesn't seem to be for that I have been hired for, but the job title says I mean the job title is my dream job for which I'm intended for.
But that's not a dream. Okay. Okay. So great you said that, because here's where people screw up. Job titles. Job titles, not your dream
Exactly.
job. It's
Exactly.
not the title that is the
Yeah.
dream job. It's what
Exactly.
you're doing every single day is your dream role, right? Hence why I don't anymore call it land your dream job. I call it land your dream role, because the importance is on the what you will be doing every single minute in your job every single day. Titles mean nothing.
Yeah.
And
I
a
agree with
lot
that.
of people get so hooked on titles, but titles mean nothing because companies can call it whatever they want, but that doesn't mean, like, for example, just like you're in, the title is your dream title. So let's
Mm.
rephrase it. The
Yeah.
title is what you would love to be called, but
Yeah.
the role isn't even half close to what you should be doing, correct?
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's how we end up in wrong roles, is because, well, let's take a step back. Let's first identify, how did you end up in this position? Like in the position that you are right now, where you feel that you're in a role that is not aligned with what you should be doing and what you're capable of doing. How
Okay.
did you end up in this position? Because that's important for you to understand too. Uh,
Mm.
because if you don't understand how you got into this situation, then how can we fix the problem so it doesn't happen again?
Mm. Yeah. So I would say partly based on the organization's structure, and partly probably because I may have not portrayed myself properly during the interview process. I believe I'm not, I still believe that I have not given my fullest potential in this interview process.
Okay, so let me ask you some questions. Did the role change when you got hired, or was it the same as they advertised?
Um, I would say it is still same as they advertised, but
Then how can we then blame
no, yeah.
the company?
I'm not blaming the company,
No,
but
no. But then how can you also then say that you didn't align yourself in the interview to portray yourself that you can do more when you're being interviewed for the role? And if the role job description and a posting said X, Y, and Z, and that's what you're doing, then who's the problem,
uh, okay,
right?
yeah, this seems to be
You
a
can't
a
you
little bit
can't
of
say that you should have portrayed yourself. The thing is, you probably didn't read the role 100% properly to understand what the role is, or not even say, well, wait, this is not aligned with what I want. Maybe you went, okay, I'm just going to go for the interview since I got called because I want to land a job. Is
okay.
that what happened?
Uh,
You got to be honest, okay?
yeah,
So
I mean, yeah, but see, this is my first job over here,
did
and
you then go into that mindset? I'm new, I landed an interview, and let me go for the interview.
yeah,
And then when they presented the offer, you said, let me take it.
yes, of course, yes. I
Yeah,
wouldn't lie
right?
about that. Yeah,
Yes. So then who is liable to be in the role that is not aligned with you?
me, yeah,
Yes. Yes. Right? Company didn't company didn't do anything wrong. It's not the company needs to see in the interview what you can do above and beyond what they're advertising. They're hiring for the role, and they did their part to say, here's what the role is. As candidates, as potential candidates, it's our responsibility to really understand, hey, is this what I want to do, or do I want more? And the answer is more. Then don't apply to the job. Sure, if you are struggling, take it. Right, in your case, came to you and you needed a job. So what I'm saying is, well, how do we prevent it? How will you prevent so that you don't end up in the same situation again?
mm,
You can't just be a job seeker. A lot of times people end up in roles that are not aligned with what they want because they were in a seeking mode. They just wanted a job. End up in companies that they may not even want. When I say companies, I don't mean company name. Look at you when you said the job title is my dream role, my
yeah,
dream job, but no, it's not. The title doesn't determine dream role. It's what you do every day that will determine if you are in your dream role, right?
yeah,
Same thing with companies. Companies name mean nothing if they treat you like shit. Right?
yeah,
So forget the company name. How do you want to feel at work? How do you want to be treated by employers at the company? How would you want, what's your ideal employer in terms of how you want them to treat you?
mm,
Right? How do you
yeah,
want them to recognize you? There's tons of whole things that you should be identifying. Third and last, the most important piece is manager. What type of manager do you want to work for? Again, managers can make or break your career.
yeah, yeah,
But people don't even stop to think these three things I just highlighted to you.
mm,
People, you'll be surprised. You're not in this role. You're not the only one who did this. Everyone is doing this in the job searches. They're not taking the time to really get clear on what they want. People, when I say what you want, when I ask what's your dream role, people start
mm,
giving me job titles.
okay,
Job titles is not dream role. Tell me
yeah,
like details, right? The heart of the
exactly.
role. What do you want to do? When I say what company you want to work for, same thing. People start giving me company names. But how do
Mm,
you know if that's your dream employer if you haven't even understood what
the company is
qualities? No,
exactly.
but what qualities do you want the employer to have? What values should they have? What should they stand for?
Mm,
Right? And then
mm,
lastly, the manager. These three things are so important. But how are you going to, if you don't identify this, then how in the interviews will you be making an assessment? Look on if this is right for you, is this role right for you, this company and this manager. If you haven't one, identify it. And then once you've identified, you'll know exactly how to assess and validate and make the assessment, because the interview is a two-way street. Just like the company are interviewing candidates to see if the candidate is right fit for the organization, if it's what they're looking for. That's why they're asking you all those questions, by the way,
Yeah.
right? They're
Yeah.
asking to determine the fit and all that stuff, right? And same thing you should be doing as a candidate is, hey, there's no rule. Someone asked me last week on my Zoom coaching that, oh, I only asked 2 or 3 because I think there was a code. I go, there's no code that you can only ask 3 questions. Hey, ask as many questions you need to, so you can make a solid, sound decision for yourself. When you ask questions in the interviews, the right questions that will help you make a decision if this role is for you, if this company is for you, if this manager is for you. You know what it's showing to the other person? How you make decisions right away. Now you are the favorable candidate. You already made an impact. It's so important to ask the right questions, but it's also so, before you can know what questions to ask or what would be the right questions for you to ask, you have to do the 3 things that I said.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. I actually I intentionally wanted to ask this one query, if I may ask.
Sure.
So I I go through a lot of interviews, now that the market is opening up, I get a lot of interviews, and I give the initial round of interview. But sometimes I feel like whatever the JD and JR that is advertised is not what the hiring manager is looking for in a person. How do I identify from the questions that the hiring manager is asking in the interview to identify what is that particular person or the hiring manager is looking for, the problem to solve for the by a person who is taking up this corresponding role.
So can you repeat the question one more time?
Okay.
I just want to, I want to make sure I'm understanding your question correctly.
Yeah. So many a times
Okay.
I feel like from the interview that the hiring manager is looking for something different from the candidate
Based
than.
on what was advertised?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So what question do you ask to get the clarification on what is the manager looking for?
Why? For a starter, the direct question that I ask is, what is the one primary problem that you are, that you want the person to be hired as so and so in your organization for this particular role to solve in the next year? Say, for example, if I'm fortunate enough to get this position, what would you be stay and if you happen to sit in an appraisal meeting the next year? Well,
I'm going to interject here, but how's that helping you get an answer to the question you really want to
yeah,
ask?
yeah, exactly. I really wanted to know what is the issue or what is uh,
No, you said
the
you want
sole
to
purpose of this particular role.
Okay, but you said you feel like the manager wants something else than what's being advertised in the
Yeah,
candidate. Then shouldn't the question is, well, what are you looking for in a candidate? Straightforward, simple.
yeah, that is very straightforward, simple, but I
So
wanted to
why
get into
can't?
the insights of this
Yeah, yeah.
particular.
The question you asked is a great question, but the question does not match what you're asking me, right?
Okay.
I'm saying, like, I'm not saying don't ask that question, but you said you feel that sometimes managers looking for something else than what they posted in the job posting,
Yeah, yeah, I
right?
feel
So you
that way.
want to know how to get the information is just ask them. Who's your
Okay.
ideal candidate? Who are
No,
you looking for? Just ask
yeah,
them.
yeah. By the time when I ask that question, the discussion is already over, right?
How's the
So
question? How is the discussion over if that should have been? How's that? Wait, how is the discussion already over? I don't get that part.
okay, so when the interview starts, the hiring manager would be asking series of questions for the
Yeah,
role.
and then they say, "Do
Yeah,
you
do
have
you
any
have any
questions?"
questions?
Right.
Yeah, so by
Yeah.
that time, we have already given the interview, and the hiring manager would have made an assessment on you, and
No, no. Who said that? That's not correct at all. Who said that?
I mean,
How is the interview over the minute they asked you if you have a question? How is the interview over?
technically the interview is not over. I understand, but logically speaking, say once they have got the answers
Yep.
for whatever the questions that they want to ask, so they would have at least made their assessment for the feedback.
No, wrong. That's your assumption, and that's
Yeah,
wrong.
that's my perception actually.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people's assumption. That's you think the interview is over, already made a decision by the time they've done asking you questions. But the thing is, if you don't ask the right questions, then how can they properly assess you, right? You can't just assume that they've already made the decision. No, they haven't. May have made a partial decision, and the partial decision may lay on based on the questions you ask.
Okay.
I may not have ruled out a candidate, but if you didn't ask me any great question, then maybe I will rule you out, right? You're making too many assumptions. You shouldn't assume anything. Listen, interviews are a two-way street. You need to, first of all, when we talk about interviews, what's your closing strategy? You got to have a strategy to close those interviews. The minute you step foot into those interviews, game on. Like, what is your strategy? The minute the closing strategy starts the minute you enter the interview, be it virtually, be it in person, right? What's your strategy? What's the strategy from opening to closing in the interview? What's your strategy? To make all these assumptions is not going to help you in any way, right? Let's say that based on the questions that were asked, maybe they made an assessment about you, but maybe it's incorrect assessment, and you have an opportunity to ask the question that can flip those, like if you leave the interview not knowing if they had any concerns about you, then how can you address them? Okay. You left the interview without addressing concerns, but the thing is, they're not going to tell you they have concerns if you don't ask the question. Also, what type of questions you ask? People say there's no dumb question or there's no stupid questions, but in the interview, I'll tell you this from my experience and me talking with other HR experts and recruiters and talent acquisition specialists. They've all said to me, I proposed this question, even to hiring managers, I proposed this question. I go, do you believe there's no such thing as a dumb or stupid question a candidate can ask in the interview? They said, absolutely wrong. There is a dumb or stupid question that a candidate can ask in the interview that they can then self-rule themselves out, right? So it becomes so important that we don't ask generic fluff questions in the interview. We ask questions that will, one, help you make a decision that if this role is for you, if this manager's for you, and if this company's for you, right? And the biggest question, this one question, if you've ever heard me speak, I've given this question out many times. There is definitely one question you should always ask before you leave those interviews. Such a gold mine question to ask, and it can make a whole difference. If they had any concerns, is simply ask them, do you have any concerns of my ability to perform this role? It's a blunt question to ask, but it's also a daring question to ask. The reason you want to do this, first of all, if you ask this daring, strong question, you have to be open to receiving the answer. Okay, this is the most important piece of this asking such a daring question, is to also be open to receiving it. If you are not open to receiving it, don't ask it, because then you're going to go into a negative mind. You're going to come across, if you're not open to receiving it, then you're going to fight the answer. You're going to get defensive. And that is not why we are asking this question in the interview. The reason we are asking this is so we can address, if any concerns they have, we can address it. But you can only address it from a positive mind, right? Hence the topic today is, in order to land a job, you have to have a healthy mind. And a healthy mind also goes into having a healthy mind in the interviews. When you're asking questions, you know how many people have, pardon my language, lost their shit in the interviews that I've seen? It's crazy. And it's like, oh, you just ruled yourself out. And sometimes people are not even aware they're doing it. They lost their shit. The reason you would lose your cool or lose your shit in the interview is you're coming from a negative mind.
Mm.
And it can happen because of rejections and all that stuff. So that's why it's important to have a healthy mind. Also, it's important to have asked during questions too. Like, why would we leave an interview and not ask a question like this? You wouldn't know. They may have concerns, but they're not going to tell you unless you ask them, right? Because let's say, hence you said, like, they made an assessment based on the answers you given. Yeah, what if you did leave certain information out in your question? That's the opportunity you're giving to the manager and yourself by asking their question. The question is two-part. You're giving manager the opportunity, or the interviewer the opportunity, to address any concerns they have. You're also giving yourself the biggest gift and biggest opportunity in the interview is to address any concerns they have before you leave the interview.
Okay.
So yes, you have to have a strategy. You have to know what to do the minute you step foot into that interview, what you should be doing, how you break those conversations, how you start everything matters in the interview.
Okay.
Every single thing. That's why it's so important to have an open and close. You have to have a strategy on how you can close those interviews. Not only during the minute you enter, it's also during, it's also after they've asked you questions, and what you're going to do after the interview. Sending a thank you generic email is not going to do anything for you.
Yeah, I mean, I've always felt that, yes, one of the 1,000 other emails that the HR or the recruiting manager is going to receive.
Yeah, but if you're sending generic thank you emails, then yeah, there's an art. I don't teach people to send thank you emails. I teach people my bootcamp program how to close those interviews and what to do after those interviews. And I teach, I think, 3-4 different methods on how to close interviews. Also 4 different methods what to do after those interviews. And it's not, let's send a generic thank you email that we just copy and paste it from Google. No. And the strategy that I teach to do after the interviews are also in line with the question you should be asking in the interviews. Strategic. Everything has to be very strategically planned out. But that's where people fail in job search. It's where people are failing in landing jobs in their dream roles. And the biggest is not being able to earn more money than they should be earning.
Okay. But again, the strategy would be different for each and every other company based on the company's culture, if I'm not wrong.
Nope. It's not about their strategy. I'm teaching about your strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Our strategy will have to, will or may have to change based on the
Yeah, it's pivoting along the way. There's no bulletproof strategy that you have to do certain things. Exactly. You have to pivot along the way.
Okay.
Yeah, you do. But my strategy is helping people land jobs in dream roles and earning up to 200% more. I've helped people land their first manager role. I've helped people land their first 6-figure salaries. I've taken people from 38K to 75K salary roles. I've taken people from 40, moved them to 65 to 100-figure, 6-figure income, all within less than 6 months. Yeah, strategic, pivoting along the way. I've helped people land into their first VP roles, executive level roles. It's all, honestly, if you are just gonna Google and do generic and do basic generic stuff, then that's what you're gonna get.
Okay.
But yeah, there is strategies, and that's where the career coach can help you get those results, right? A right career coach. I'm not saying everyone has that ability. I can't speak on other career coaches. I just know the program I have been running, and I'm going in my 3rd year. I'm not teaching anything basic. I'm not teaching anything generic that you can find from Google. I'm actually teaching strategies that will help you get where you want and set your career up for success for life.
Okay. So where do when do I join if I need to, take these one of
Yeah,
these
so
boot camp?
the boot camp program is starting August 26th. You can reserve your spot uh, by, I'm going to share the link in the comment section. And there's details in that link on the website, and you can reserve your spot as well on that website. It's all taken care on the website.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I got it.
No problem.
All right. Okay.
Details in that link on the website. Oops. Okay, so any other question before I hop on with other people?
No. Thank you so much for all of your answers.
Yeah.
I look forward to, taking the boot camp, and I wish I am also one of your candidates who hits a success.
You will. You will. If you do the work. I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, if you join the boot camp, you're going to be a success. No, no, no. You also have to do the work,
Do the
right?
work. Yeah, of course. Yes.
A lot of people don't say this is, listen, coach can help you, but courses, anything you take, right? Like even courses, if you don't go execute, you're not getting the result. You have to do the work, right? Execute
Exactly.
it. You got to do the work. So yes, if you commit to yourself, to your success, and commit to doing the work, no matter how hard and difficult it is. But I'm there with you, meaning there's every Monday, there's a Zoom call. I call it tutor time / coaching session, and it's open to people in the bootcamp program, and you have access to that for 4 months. Okay. And on top of that, there's the classes are lively taught on Zoom. You get a recording of it. And I'm teaching and coaching live, step by step, 8 classes. Okay. And on top of that, you get Google Docs for each class is homework, what you should be executing. And each class also, each homework comes with templates, guides, worksheets, everything to help you become successful in each of the homework, as well as tutor time every Monday / coaching time every Monday for 4 months.
Okay.
Because yes, what I'm teaching you is not something you can Google and find. So it's also undoing everything you've learned. So there's a kind of like a mindset change. It is a mindset change. I'm getting you to change the mindset from what you've been conditioned and taught all these years. Everything we've been taught about job searching is wrong. Everything we've been taught about, how to build our careers and all that stuff, half of it is wrong strategies, right? So there's every single person that's taken this program has always said this one thing. This program is no like any program. There's no other people teaching it anything remotely close to what you're teaching in the program. And also it's a huge change.
Okay.
But hence why people get results, hence why people are moving up and earning up to 200% more in salaries, hence why people are landing multiple job offers, hence why people have even moved up to second roles after landing their first job with me, because I'm also teaching people how to set up their career up for success for life. This isn't a short-term result. There's a short-term result, and I'm setting you up for long-term result as well.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
You are welcome. Any other questions before I let you go?
No. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I hope to see you in the boot camp on August 26th.
You can definitely expect me.
Perfect. See you on August 26th then. Okay, so if you have a question for me or you want to know about the boot camp, hop on the call with me. I am happy to answer any questions. So I'll take 1 or 2 more calls. If anybody wants to speak to me directly live, you can hop on to this call and you can speak to me live. Or if you don't want to speak with me, you don't want to hop on the call live, you can also type your question in the comment section. Okay. My question is, I'm in between of a job offer where the HR has sent me a proposed salary and have forwarded my documents to him as requested. Can I be disqualified along the line because I have not received the job offer letter? Okay. I don't know. So you've in and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. I don't know how things are done in Nigeria, so I'm going to be fully honest. I don't know. Typically speaking, my experience of hiring is limited to Canada and US. Typically speaking, a job offer should be extended first before any documents should be submitted. You need to get the job offer in writing. Again, I don't know Nigeria's. This is actually a really great question overall, but I don't know Nigeria's process of hiring. I'll just use the example of Canada and US. Companies can request you to submit documents before they even given you a job offer in writing. So you must please get those job offers in writing first. I don't know what document they may need before they can send your job offer, because they shouldn't be sending your job offer. They should send your job offer, and they can also put a conditional clause that's saying this is a conditional job offer, because you have to clear, let's say, a clearance or criminal check needs to be done. So it's conditional, right? They're giving it, but there's conditions attached to it in order for them to fully you get the job. Is you have to meet certain conditions, right? So it could be that you have to in Canada and US, they would say you have to clear a criminal background check and reference check and so on, right? So they give you an offer in writing with conditions on it so that you know that you're going to get it if everything clears out, right? So I'm not aware of what documents someone in Nigeria a company needs, but please get those job offers in writing. And can you be disqualified if you've been offered a position? Yes or no? For you to be disqualified, let's say, for example, if it's a conditional job offer and you didn't meet the conditions, then yes, you can. For example, if your criminal clearance check didn't come out clear, then yes, they can disqualify. They can revoke the job offer, right? You have to, if you are engaging in unethical behavior, be it social media, be it LinkedIn, like I was being bullied by a few people, that is not a acceptable behavior. And it's sadly, one of them was a recruiter at Amazon. Now she's working for an employer and then she's harassing other people on LinkedIn, but that's not a professional behavior. You can lose your job for this behavior. So, or even lose your job offers if you're engaging in unprofessional activities, even on LinkedIn. People don't understand the importance of branding, right? Like if you are publicly writing comments that are degrading, or you're being nasty to someone, you're belittling someone, you're being mean to someone, it's a public platform. All it requires is someone to do a Google search on your name and all that stuff will pop up. Your LinkedIn profile, by the way, is not private. Anyone can see the activity on your LinkedIn profile. Believe it or not, anyone can see the type of activity you've engaged on, right? So guys, I'm going to give you the best advice. Don't engage in unprofessional activity, okay? Don't write mean comments on people's posts, because you can lose job opportunities like this. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it for you to engage in unprofessional activities and then lose your job or lose a job offer, right? You can lose jobs if you are engaging in such unprofessional manner. Okay, so don't do it. People have lost jobs on this, so no. So that could be one other example of how you can lose a job offer. If they did a Google search on you and they didn't like what they saw, you can lose your job opportunity like that. Also, when you are engaging in unprofessional manner, like how you disagree with somebody on a public platform speaks volumes of your character, not on the person you're disagreeing with, but it speaks more of your character, and that's what you're exhibiting, right? So imagine you were disagreeing with a total stranger in that tone. Well, how would you disagree with somebody at work? It's actually speaking to that as well. So you can lose jobs on how you behave on public platforms such as LinkedIn as well. So keep that in mind as well. So I hope that has helped. Okay, so if any other questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section, or you can hop on the live with me and I can drop the link. If you want to speak to me directly, hop on the live. Here's the link, guys. I've dropped it. If anybody wants to hop on and speak live directly with me, you can hop on a call with me on this live and speak to me directly. So feel free to do that if you have any questions that you would want to ask me. Okay, so I know there's a little bit of a delay from StreamYard, so I will stick around for a little few minutes to see if anybody has questions for me for job searching, how I can help. I'm happy to answer. I'm here to support as many people as I can in the job search journey. That's why I do this LinkedIn Lives. That's why I write my content on LinkedIn, is to help as many people as I can. And also I do run coaching program. I am a career coach as well, so you can get additional help if needed. So looks like that's the end of this segment. I hope this segment has helped you. If you need, please, let me take a step back. Sorry. If this segment has helped you, let me know. Feel free to message me and let me know if this segment has helped you or any of my content has helped you in any way. Please let me know. Feel free to DM me. If you need any help in your job search, I am conducting a free masterclass tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I have dropped the link below in the comment section. Please sign up. Okay, knowledge is power, and how you execute that knowledge is gold mine. So keep that in mind. You know, get the help you need. You don't have to struggle in your job search alone. Sorry, guys, I am a little bit off. So if I'm all over the place, I apologize. So you don't have to struggle alone in your job search. You don't have to struggle alone in your career. You can surround yourself with the right people that will uplift you, that will aid to your growth and add to your personal and professional growth. Tune out the noise. There is tons of noise out there when it comes to job search, especially when it comes to job search. Today I was on a call with somebody, and he told the individual told me how they spent $800 and they hired a professional resume writing company, paid $800 to this organization to get their resume and LinkedIn profile done. The person only did a 50-minute call with them and then drafted the resume and drafted the LinkedIn profile. So it was a rough draft, and then whatever. They still didn't get a result. Still not landing interviews. And when he told me this, I was shocked, because how can you write someone's resume by just having a 15-minute call? How can you? My resume writing process that I teach to people, that's why this is the perfect reason why I started teaching people how to write resume, is because you are the best person to write your resume. You may not want to believe that. Maybe you lack confidence in that. But I'm telling you, you are the best person to write your own resume. Who knows your career better than you? Okay, you. Now, a 50-minute call, no, you can't write a resume. A resume writer, a great resume writer, There are exceptional great resume writers out there. A great resume writer will not do a 50-minute call with you, will do a thorough call with you. There'll be other documents they will probably send your way filled with questions that you need to answer. The more details they get from you, the better they can write your resume. Keep in mind also, that can only, whatever information you supply them with is what they're gonna give back, is what they're gonna write, right? But a 50-minute call is, and that's it. There was no other questions or no other questions sent for this individual to complete. I feel really bad for this person or anybody that spent money getting their resumes or LinkedIn profile and they're not getting them results. Now, second piece, he's not the first story of an individual who's told me this. I know somebody who spent $2,100 getting their resume and LinkedIn profile done and 0 results. Now, second piece of LinkedIn profile. Before you hire somebody, now if you're hiring a big company, you may not know who you're going to end up with. That's a little bit of a tricky thing, is you're not going to know who you end up with, right? So try to hire, I'm going to say, if you're going to hire a resume writer or coach, resume writing or LinkedIn profile, if it's a large organization, a large company who has multiple resume writers, try to find, you have this control, do a call with them and interview them too, whoever's going to help you write the resume. If your energy and theirs energy doesn't fit, you got to find the right fit, okay? And if it's not the right fit, you're going to suffer from getting what you want. So my best advice is hop on a call to determine if they are right for you and you are right for them. Okay. I strongly believe that you are the best person to write your resume, and you can so write a bang on perfect resume if you actually knew how to write it, the process and the steps behind writing a great resume. That is what is one of the things I teach in my bootcamp program, is the process on how to write a great resume. And guess what, guys? You're going to need a resume, not a resume, a LinkedIn profile. My process in writing a resume also helps you write a great LinkedIn profile. Now, speaking of LinkedIn profile, please do this. Before you hire anyone to write your LinkedIn profile or help you with your LinkedIn profile, please, please, please hop on a Zoom call with them, okay? Hop on a Zoom call with them. And then in the Zoom call, please ask them to share their LinkedIn profile with you, especially their dashboard. Okay, the dashboard, I'm going to put it up on the screen. The dashboard is only available to the individual because it's private. It's one of the things that is private to us only, meaning us, like this is the only thing that we can see, that no one else can see on LinkedIn. Okay, so that's why it says private to you. It is private to you. And this advice goes beyond just job searching. This goes for anybody that wants to hire a LinkedIn coach. Anybody that wants to hire a LinkedIn coach for their business, for their sales, anything. Before you hire that coach, please do your part and also hop on the Zoom call and get them to show you their dashboard, because these numbers do matter if someone's going to help you, because if they know what to do, it will be working for them too. So dashboards, the two numbers you want to pay attention to is search appearance and how many people have viewed their profile. These two numbers need to be great, like thousands. If they are great at LinkedIn, then the numbers should look remotely close to my numbers or higher. Okay, so please, before you hire a LinkedIn coach to help you with anything to do with LinkedIn, hop on the Zoom call and get them to show you their dashboard. And if they hesitate to share it and they don't want to show it to you, then that right there tells you don't need to hire them. If they're willing to show it, then they will show it because they will be proud of their numbers, and they will, like, if you are good at LinkedIn, those numbers will be high. Those numbers speak for itself. Okay, please, please, please. Also, their LinkedIn profile is an example of what they could do for you. Yes, I know you may not know what to look for in a LinkedIn writer or someone who can write your LinkedIn profile or help you optimize your LinkedIn profile or help you do a better one. I've been helping individuals with LinkedIn profile for years. I was helping people on Instagram. I used to do Instagram Live, just help people with their LinkedIn profiles. I've helped entrepreneurs, businesses with their LinkedIn profiles, not just LinkedIn profile, but also post and content writing. I've been doing it for years. Okay. So you want to please, 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 if you are going to get anyone to help you with LinkedIn, especially if you're paying money, definitely if you're paying money, you want to hop on the call and get them to show your dashboard. And please, the numbers got to be high in order for them to help you. So I hope this segment has added some value to you. I hope it's helped you in any way. Please let me know if it has. Drop some love to this segment. Drop a comment if it has. Please let me know in the comment section if this has helped you in any way. If you haven't signed up for my free masterclass that's happening tomorrow, please do so. My bootcamp program, my famous bootcamp program, the next batch is starting August 26th. I did take 2 months off. The last time I ran the bootcamp was May. And after I finished that batch, for the last 2 months, I have not or actually more than 2, I think 2.5 months, I have not run a batch, and I'm running it August 26th. So rest assured, pretty sure it's going to be sold out. I know it's going to be sold out. It is going to be sold out. It does sell out quickly. You want to reserve your spots as quickly as possible, because once I hit the 20 number, there will be no more enrollment, because it's all about quality. It's not about quantity. I don't work on quantities. I work on quality, and it's why people get results. So if you are interested in the bootcamp program, I do a discovery call with people. If you have never spoken with me, I do a discovery call with you. I'm the first person to tell you not to take it if you have any doubts. I do not take people's money regardless of what my naysayer haters say out there. I don't take people's money. I'm the first one to tell someone, if you don't believe in the program, don't take it. You don't believe in me, don't take it. You even have 1% doubt, don't take it. Listen to your gut and then take it. And that's how I finish the calls. When I do discovery calls for my bootcamp program, I do a call. I encourage people to hop on the call with me, because there has to be an alignment in energy. Both of us have to be a right fit for one another in order to work, in order for coaching to work. The two people who are getting it, the coach and the person who wants coaching, their energies has to match. There has to be an alignment. And biggest thing is, you have to be willing to receive the coaching. If you are not open to receiving coaching, you can be open to getting the help, but you can be close to receiving it. So two things you've got to be open, and you got to be open to receiving it. You got to be open to get the help, also equally open to receiving it. If you are not open to receiving it, no one can coach you. No one can help you then, right? So energies needs to be matched. Our vibes got to match. That's why I always do a call now before I take anybody on in my bootcamp program. And I have declined people. I have declined to take people on as clients, because my energy wasn't meshing with theirs. Their energy wasn't meshing with mine. And if my energy can vibe with yours, but if your energy doesn't vibe with mine, I would tell you I'm not taking you on as a client. Okay, so energy is so important. I believe in two people's energy needs to mesh. Two people need to get along. Two people need to vibe in order for it to work. So if you are interested in taking the program, you've never spoken with me, please message me and let's set up the call so you can learn more, and I can answer all your questions, and we can get to know one another in the call. It's 20-30 minute call, Sometimes it has gone more than an hour like today. But hey, I'm not someone sitting there, oh, gotta clock out, unless I do have another call. But I do like to get someone to give them all the information. I like to get to know the person as well before they come into my bootcamp program, because there needs to be alignment. Okay, so keep that in mind when you are hiring anybody to help you with anything. Two people's energies need to vibe, and you also have to be open to receiving their coaching. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to end this segment right here. I have gone over an hour. Sorry about that. I apologize. And if you find this segment really helpful, leave a comment or message me and let me know. So see you guys tomorrow. If you have signed up for my masterclass tomorrow, that's going to happen at 8 p.m. I will see you tomorrow. It will be recorded. And if you signed up, you will receive the replay of the recording. Those that are signing up for the bootcamp program, I will see you August 26th. Thank you. Bye.